Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayla. I am a part-time reseller, full-time mom. I sell on platforms like Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, whatnot, and Depop. We are going to go over what sold today. Today is Monday, February 9th. First, I'm going to start with, I actually had a bundle order over on eBay on Friday. I already had this shipped out, so I'm just going to pop up the screenshot of it. They bought this Chalet at CC dress and they bought a Joseph Ribkoff dress. They paid $75.88 plus they used my 10% off coupon, which brings their total to, I think it's like $69.29. That was a great sale. I very rarely have bundles over on eBay, so I was super excited about that. Next up, I have 3 more orders over on eBay. This is a vintage Japanese paper doll. I got this in a big lot 2 summers ago. I paid like $30 for a ton of paper dolls, and I just have a few left. But this particular one sold for $7.79 plus they used my 10% off coupon, so $6 something. And then I sold this duck vintage 1982 Albert E. Price. It is a playing card set. This was in my grandfather's things. He actually collected duck items. I did do a 50% off sale on a bunch of stale old items I've had sitting in my eBay over the weekend. This was part of that, as was that paper doll item. This ended up selling for $8.50 plus they used my 10% off coupon. So 7 something. I'll pop up on the screen here. Lastly, over on eBay, this cool Wander jacket sold for 31 something because they paid $34.99 plus an extra 10% off. This was a very new style. It actually was still on their website. I can't remember if it was completely sold out or not, but I did pick up this a while ago at Savers. I probably paid close to $10 for it. It took longer than I thought to sell. Cool typically sells pretty well, and I couldn't find this style at all on any other platforms, but it is kind of that time of year for these lighter jackets, so happy with that sale. Now over on to Poshmark. This one actually came through the night. This is just a Hollister Y2K men's tee. This sold for $17. I think I got this in a fill a bag sale, so paid less than $1. Then these Tommy John men's pajama pants sold again for $17. Up next, this Prana open front cardigan made of organic cotton. I love selling their organic cotton items. They usually sell pretty well and fairly quickly. I've maybe had this for a month or so, sold for $20. This Misuk tank sold for $20. This Nike new with the tag it's the women's Repel UV running jacket. $150 retail on this. I actually picked this up at Ross. I've never been to Ross for their super clearance sale, like the 50-cent sale everyone talks about. But I checked it out just to see if they had anything like that. When I was shopping in a town that's like an hour and a half away from me, because I don't have a Ross in my town. But I picked this up, I believe, for $12.50. They were doing a half off clearance. I got a couple other jackets, but this is the first one that sold. Probably took a month to sell. And I did send a 30% offer on Friday. A buyer accepted and ended up selling it for $52. So happy with those profits for sure. Then I haven't had this one for long, probably about a week. this Akinyi merino wool long sleeve ended up selling for $24. I think that sold on the 30% offer I sent out as well. And then same for this one. I had a lot of people accept my 30% offers on Friday, which does not always happen, but I always like to try to send that out every single Friday just to boost some sales, which it did do this week. So very pleased. Sold this Ralph Lauren quilted jacket. I think I paid like $8 potentially for this at my local Goodwill. It sold for $35. Next, I did pay up for this. I paid $20 only because it had a fantastic sell-through rate over on eBay. It is the 850 LL Bean ultralight down tech puffer jacket. I don't think this was on a 30% offer. May have been, but sold for $49. So super quick clip on that. I think I had that for a week. Wouldn't normally pick things up for $20, but when I know that they're gonna sell quickly and I can make at least double my money on it, I'll typically pick it up. Next up, 11Z's. This is an Anthropology brand. I have a local consignment that does a $5 rack, and I found these on there a few weeks ago, 2 to 3. These ended up selling for $24. And lastly, these Old Navy new with the tag. These were a personal item in my son's clean out of his closet. These sold for $19. So finally, I feel like I had a really decent sales weekend. Friday was really good. I sold 10 items. I think I only sold 1 on Saturday and then 3 on Sunday. I have not had a 10 item sales day, I feel like, in forever. So that was really nice. Hopefully that is a preview of what's to come in this next month. Because my January wasn't fantastic. It was okay, but nice to see sales picking back up. How are sales for you? Anyway, that is it for today. Thanks for joining me. If you haven't liked and subscribed, I would appreciate it, especially if you like reseller content. And I know for me, what solds have helped me a lot, so I like to share that with you. Hopefully I'll be showing some thrift hauls and thrift with me videos in the future. Otherwise, have a fantastic week and hopefully see you in the next one.